I am a black woman, unapologetically black at that. And I say this to say that black women tend to be discriminated against and treated the worst than any other race. It's also the same for a black man. We all have to constantly prove to everyone else of every other race why we as specific black people deserve more out of life the way that they have envisioned us to be as black people. We get looked down upon, we get degraded, and we also get underestimated by others so much that we end up doing it to each other. I say this to say that it's okay to talk the talk. We also gotta walk the walk and put our actions where our mouths are in order to be accepted. But the thing is, we are so busy trying to impress everyone else that we either lose ourselves in the process or allow that pressure to stray us away from God, who is the only one who we need to impress. Self-love is also a very important factor. With that being said, your mother was also a black woman. She may have been struggling more than your peers, parents of other races may have been. So I sense the anger when it comes to you appreciating other cultures or whatnot, but that's besides the point. What I mean is that as a woman now, of what and who I am, I've been realizing how much we get oppressed, how much we get controlled, and how much we allow others to influence and possibly destroy our lives or hinder our perspectives on things due to their own insecurities and upbringing. It's called being ignorant. Ignorance hinders us as black people. Sometimes we seek validation so much that we express that to the wrong set of people. But back to my point. I'm pretty sure your mother had high hopes for herself and her life when she was of a young age. I'm sure she had aspirations and dreams to want and do more and get more out of life. But she has been oppressed in some way by someone, or maybe even had been ignorant to the fact that she could do better and deserve better. I say this to say that, in a way, my relationships have tarnished some of my dreams and aspirations for my own life. And each and every relationship I've been involved in has left a trauma in me that I never deserved more than I was even able to achieve more. And I lash out so quickly because I know myself and the things I'm capable of. I know my mindset. I came up out the mud. I literally had my house gone, and never returned. But I also realized that it's my experiences that make me want to do more with myself and my life to be better with whatever time I have here. I've always felt suffocated and isolated because of someone else, and basically blanking everyone who has been there for me in my life. Whether whatever partner understands who or why, I choose to keep whatever bond. A relationship isn't ownership, neither is a marriage. There's always has to be compromise, and if there is a lack thereof, then it just doesn't make sense trying to force the star into a triangle. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So think about it like this. Imagine your mom being young and a man, whether it be your dad or whoever in her time, tell her that she isn't good enough, that she can't try to do better, and wouldn't necessarily mention the fact that her race plays a factor, but rather she needed to be tied down and not have the opportunity to grow. And that is why we meet people for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I'm sure she had to decide what people went there, just like herself and myself. When you've had to deal with someone for any extended amount of time than usual with a person, period, you will obviously grow some type of attachment, and you'll want to care for them in one way or another. But if you separate along your journeys, what category do they fit in? In conclusion, I say this to say that I am a black woman, unapologetically black at that, and your mother was also a black woman with dreams and aspirations. But at some point she may have been told that she's not good enough for more, just like I've been told. And I mean this from all of my relationships, due to compromising. And I mean all. No shade, but yeah. So when you decide that it's time to block me, or whatever you feel is right, Think about your mom and how she probably loved someone who always made her feel like shit. Yet she still kept holding on and got used to it. Nah, it couldn't be me. I gotta go my own way and live the life God destined for me. You seem to have decided that I don't deserve more, and I don't deserve your time anymore, even though you are aware of the fact that you are dying. I hate to be so dark, but it's a fact that I only speak facts. Think about how hard it is now that you can't tell your black mom how much you love her anymore, or pop up by her house or ask her to cook you a meal, or even just entertain a conversation with her over the phone. Now think about me and the way I can possibly feel at that stage, or you, me, because nobody knows their time, and how you intentionally try to make sure that I don't bother you by completely shutting me out. It just doesn't make sense to me. And although I can assume there's someone else in the picture that is preventing us from communicating, there's a lot of damage being done. Keep it 100 and say what's going on. I did it. Why can't you keep the same energy? I'm just nosy, that's why. And people lie to me all the time. All the time. But little do they know that they're adding more sins to their cross and their lives than I am to mine. Because intentionally trying to hide anything from anyone. I'm an open book. Take it or leave it. Be straight up. I'm very understanding, but freaking out and blocking me is immature. You're old and full of gray hair, and teenage is gone. Your grandpa. Why are you so petty for no reason? It really strikes me as ungrateful. That's very distasteful trait in any person of any race and any gender and of any age. Grow up and stop acting dead. Let it happen on its own time and mean what you say. You don't want me in your life? Say that shit. You do. Show that shit. There's only so much that can be done. You make a promise, keep that shit. Especially when you know firsthand how hard someone went for you, whether they were being finessed or not. I feel finessed, but that's another topic for another day. There were just so many red flags that I've been naive and vulnerable towards that I ended up losing myself. But I know now that I can't just be in a relationship with anyone right now, or even for a while, because the word love hurts me now. It doesn't help me feel better anymore. It deepens the scar and makes matters worse. So I don't have time for it anymore. If you moved on, that's great. Live your best life. But don't underestimate me, because I still have backup plans for my life, whether you keep your promises or not. Ooh, this is a long-ass email. I needed to let it out. When we speak, you constantly bicker and argue back, or state some kind of opinion that deters my train of thought. Because I've realized you really don't know how to hold a conversation. You're too argumentative and bossy. And I don't like the huge ego that has nothing to back it up. Times change and people change. If you got to the end, I'm proud of you for being patient or even interested in what I have to say. But from now on, I'll keep my messages short and sweet. Good night. I'm in a daze.